talk about Chris Coleman, accused of strangling, killing his wife and two sons, ages 9 and 11. It's just unthinkable. Jeronica is with us. Jeronica in North Carolina. Jeronica, your thoughts?
Yes, I just want to tell you that I just think that he's evil. He's an evil man.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes people are so evil, and he deserves the death penalty.
All right,
because those babies had a future. They had a future. They could have been anything they wanted to be, and that man needs to die for what he did.
Well, Jeronica, evil is the only way you can explain it. If you could strangle the life out of your two sons while they slept in their bed, his wife as well. We have our experts standing by. We've been talking to Nicholas Pistler, who's done a great job reporting for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch on this. And Nicholas, let's talk about more of the evidence. He had said, did I explain that correctly a couple of minutes ago, that he set up home surveillance to keep everybody safe?
Yes, that's certainly what he claimed to have done, and then that surveillance was somehow deleted or not available to police or destroyed at some point before the murders.
Oh, so they never caught a look at him leaving the home?
They did from a police officer lived nearby, and a police officer had set up surveillance at his own house.
Okay, so again, Nicholas, and that's what he leaves the house at 5:43, calls a minute later. And he was hoping to lay the groundwork. Hey, I'm calling to check on my wife and kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, certainly he could have said, I was calling, I had forgotten something, or I wanted to tell my wife something, and, and left, and that he had went to the gym, and then, had finally called the neighboring police officer saying, I can't get a hold of them, I'm worried about them, could you go over and check on them? That's when the officers arrived and discovered the bodies.
And then the latex gloves, that's just more cold evidence against him, right? And the gloves can be traced back to his work. The gloves were found on the roadway from his home to the gym, right?
The glove was found directly on the roadway on his way from the home to the gym. And, the police are now saying that glove, which had the remnants of red spray paint on it, which was similar to messages that were scrawled on the wall of the home, is linked, directly back to his place of work.
It just doesn't get any easier, Doug Burns, does it, as an attorney, to prosecute this guy?
No, you hit it on the head originally, Mike. We've been saying this all along, covering this case. Unbelievably strong fact pattern. The guy made every mistake in the book. I want to amplify one point you made, which was a very good one, which is that very often a very minute point triggers crazy behavior, and the Joyce Meyer ministry actually prohibited divorce. He was the main bodyguard, apparently, to Joyce Meyer. I think that's part of the calculus of why he went nuts like this.
Yeah, calculus, good word. One last thing, the red paint, Stacy, that's just the way we understand the story. Nicholas, correct me if I'm wrong here. I mean, even painted the red paint on his dead sons as they slept. I mean, it's unconscionable. I can't even fathom what's going on here, Stacy.
I mean, it's just really disturbing. But the bottom line is, if you think of it this way, these guys like this, they're thinking about the end game, which is the result he wanted. And that's why there's so many mistakes along the way, because he's not thinking in the moment, which, frankly, I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Because it's going to help us, get him where he needs to go.
All right, coming up, disturbing allegations against Steelers